All right, team. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are well today. It is GDP Thursday. We'll see if we get something good today. A lot of stuff happening. A lot of influence over markets. Here's Tesla on the left. They did drop their earnings yesterday. We covered it. A lot of craziness with Tesla earnings, to be honest. Um, what's up, Twin, Mo, Martin, Joven, B, Susan, Pond, Sandy, Eden, Shmi. What's up, guys? Let's do a poll here, man. We got GDP today. It's a big day. There's a lot of stuff to question today. Specifically, how will GDP growth affect the market? Last 6 months, GDP growth has ultimately been bad for market activity. I guess inflationary fears has caused the market to drop on economic growth and go up on economic weakness because of inflation fears and problems. Now, with that said, if we get economic growth today with the GDP release, does that mean that we get good market activity? We're also in Microsoft here. We're up about 150 bucks right now. I'll take it. 25 shares. Yeah, what's up, Larry? Gonna dump hard after the date of the release. We got 67% are bullish, 33% are bearish. Vote in the poll. It's right over the chat. What's up, Ricky, Susan? What's your thoughts on GDP? I mean, I guess I want economic growth, but again, I'm curious about the inflationary impact of everything. So I want economic growth, but I also understand that it might not affect it very good. We also have durable good orders and jobless claims, so a lot of craziness happening today, man. We got a lot of stuff dropping. All right, let me drink my coffee. Oh man. All right, I'm awake. All right, but yeah, look at Tesla rip, man. Tesla just flew up, dude. And Tesla's results were okay. They weren't bad. Hey, what's up, JT? Nice cup and handle pattern on IWM. Lander, Ala, Larry, Bar, Joven. Yeah, so let's look at the expectational numbers for GDP. Expectations are for 2.8% growth for GDP numbers. 2.8% growth is what they're expecting. 2.6% is what they're expecting for GDP. Again, I want to say anything over that is good, but we don't know because of inflationary problems. With the rate hike decision in less than a week, I think that's going to be an interesting nuance looking at this stuff. But yeah, we got jobless claims, GDP, durable good orders. You got Microsoft on the right. Again, at 8, I'll probably take a little piece of that off. Here's the SPY. SPY up really nicely up to 401.50s. All right, guys. Let me know if you're buying the dip. We're also going to do a Twitter poll like we always do here ahead of this, bright and early. So we got core durable goods, jobless claims, and GDP. Will the market close green today? Is what we're going to ask people on Twitter. All right, but yeah, GDP today. Durable good orders, jobless claims. Hey, what's up, Mo? Thank you, brother. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that $5, man. Uh, Thank you so much, bro. Hope you're doing good, brother. Uh, but yeah, man. Hopefully we can get some good stuff today. I hope we get some good action. Again, I'm in Microsoft right now. I bought the dip on Microsoft yesterday, um, and I don't know what to do with all of it. I'm definitely gonna take a little bit off at least. So I'm definitely gonna take a little bit off of it at least. Once I can, just because I mean I'm up so much on a little bitty trade. To put it into perspective here, I bought 25 shares the day before yesterday. 25 shares of Microsoft is about hold on. 25 shares of Microsoft is about $6,000 that I spent on the trade as a whole in total equity. Um, so making 150 bucks on 6K is a pretty nice little gain there. It's 2.5% gain on the trade. So I'm going to take some profit in that when I can. I'm not going to sell all of it though. I'm definitely going to hold on to at least some of it in case we continue to rip. But I'm going to take enough to where I'm comfortable after this, just because I know we have GDP data coming out, and I don't want to get beat up from the data. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate that, brother. I hope the market will be heavy green. Yeah, me too, man. I am keeping an eye on the S&P and betting it's going to pump to the sky. Hey, good luck, brother. I'm right there with you, man. I hope the market goes up. I'm an optimist. You guys know that. I'm cautiously optimistic. Uh, I want the market to go up. I want the market to do well. So we'll see if it does. Tesla pull it back to 154s. We'll see if it holds here. SPY at 40140s. All right, guys. So again, 154 Tesla level is an interesting spot to watch, I think. All right, guys. So SPY at 4140s. SPY 4140s here. Let's see if we can break over 4150. We got some historical support levels that we could watch. Woke up earlier than normal today, man. Honestly, bro, my sleep is all messed up, man. Like it's not that it's bad, you know. Like my sleep's not bad, not necessarily at least, but like I don't know, man. I just end up for my sleep. Like I wake up early too, so I'm right there with you. I wake up early too. Uh, Again, we're gonna do a poll here, guys. Um, I woke up today at 2:35 or like 2:30 in the morning this morning. Had a bad dream. Went back to sleep. Woke back up on time, and I feel fine, man. I feel fine. All right, we got our Twitter poll. Vote on that poll. Let us know what you guys think. But yeah, what do y'all think about Tesla earnings? I don't sleep. I mean, I need my sleep, bro. Like I do sleep, and I need my sleep, man. I'm like one of those people who, if I don't get enough sleep, I feel horrible like all day. Like if I don't sleep enough, I feel rough, man. Um, so I love my sleep, man. I need it, but I don't always get it. I fall asleep early though, man. I'm an early sleeper, man. I go to bed. I'm a morning person, which is good. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to run this stream if I wasn't a morning person, but I'm definitely a morning person. I get up in the morning and I got balls of energy, and my wife makes fun of me because I got so much energy in the morning, opposed to relative to everybody else in my house. My son's just like me though. My son acts exactly like I do. My son gets up early, plays video games like I do. And if y'all ever want to play video games with me, early in the morning is the time to do it. I'm up at like 7 a.m. every morning, even on weekends. I can't. I wish I could sleep in on weekends, but at this point, I've woken up early so much that like my natural clock just kind of wakes me up at 6:30, and then I can't go back to sleep. And I'm the type of person who, once I wake up, I'm not going back to sleep. Like I can't go back to sleep. Yeah, I mean that's probably the right move though, Claude. He said, "I'm always scared to have an FX trade open when news comes out like this." It's always a big thing. I always try to tell people. I don't tell people to be flat, but what I tell people is to understand that like betting on this economic data is a gamble here. Nobody knows what we're gonna get for this data release, and so it's one of those things where personally, I just don't take any big positions. I'm in Microsoft right now, and I'm up 150 bucks, and I'm gonna take most of that off prior to this report, just because again, it's just too risky for me as a trader to hold through this release. You know, y'all vote on the Twitter poll. Here is the Twitter link. I appreciate it. Vote on the Twitter poll. Oh, I'm not mad, Nick. I'm not mad at all, bro. I'm happy, man. You know, again, vote on the poll. We got 100% green vote, so everybody says the market's going to get in green. Red and neutral are another option here. All right, we're at 401.20s here for the SPY. 401.20s. All right, market's dipping down a little bit here. Tesla did bounce at that 154 level. Should I put something else up? Here's the SPY. Again, I'm in Microsoft right now. You can put maybe the dollar index here. We'll see how the dollar index reacts to everything today. I think that'll be a big influence as well, the dollar. I think that'll make stuff move too. How strong can the GDP influence the markets today? I mean, it could influence it a lot. Will it influence it a lot, though? I don't know, man. Hey, shout out to you guys. Hey, y'all give me a follow on Twitter. Again, it's completely free. It doesn't cost a thing. That settles it. If everybody's bullish, I'm buying puts. Well, you can't buy puts ahead of it. Remember, you can't buy options until market open. And so by the time market open hits, everything's going to be out already, bro. Google up there in 97s, man. Maybe I should have kept trading that one. But the dollar index just moved up. The SPY will probably drop from this. All right, we're at 154.30s on Tesla, 154.30s. Mm. All right, guys. So Tesla right at 154s. Right at 154s. SPY dipping down a little bit. Let me change this to where it doesn't overlap volume. There we go. I like that a lot. That's much cleaner. All right, guys. So I sold the shares I had at under $130 at 130 while I had shares bought at 215. Man, feels bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean, Raphael. But in the end, like I said, looking at stuff that moves, nobody knows anything about what's going to happen, brother. You know, so like holding yourself against moves that happen in hindsight is never the right move. Like I wish I could have bought Amazon 20 years ago, bro, but doesn't mean that it's even reasonable for me to be upset with myself about. Understand that like there's always a new day to make money. Money is very easy. I'm not going to say money's easy. Money, you can make money every day. And so understand, man, that it's all good. It happens. Listen, a lot of traders really beat themselves up over misses. I knew some traders that got super upset every time they would miss anything. They would miss anything, they get really mad, really upset. You know, in the end, you got to just kind of understand that every day is a new day. To be honest, I've been calling out Disney for the last couple months when Disney was at its mid 80s. When Disney was at a mid 80s, I was calling Disney out. I bought Disney and I sold Disney at like 92s, you know, or something like that, if I remember correctly. It was something like that, right? I bought it and sold it at like 92s. Um, and the problem is that Disney now is at freaking like 107s. Okay. So, like, I could be upset with myself there. I'm just happy. Let it build confidence in your trading. Like, what this does, seeing Disney move up doesn't upset me where it is now. What it does do is it shows me, man, I'm getting pretty good at recognizing value in swing trades. I'm getting pretty good at recognizing that type of value. And that builds my confidence, man. I'm not going to be down on that. I'm very blessed to have that. Um, I'm very blessed to be doing well enough at trading to recognize value that decent. And so, use it to. I'm using it to pat myself on the back. It's not something that you should really be super upset with yourself about. It happens to everybody, basically. Yeah, let me get the timer up. Been watching your streams. Why do you trade 1 minute charts, bro? Market will crash this year. I mean, I trade 1 minute charts, but like, I don't think it matters. I'm looking at 1 minute charts mostly so people can see the shortest time action they can on a chart. I'm looking at 1 minute charts because it's the quickest time action. It's the quickest price action that they can see on their chart. That's why I'm looking at 1 minute charts. So people can see how the data really affects things immediately, as opposed to looking at a 5 minute chart when data is released. It just doesn't make that much sense. So yeah, we're looking at pre-market data. Pre-market really just opened up a few hours ago, so we don't really have that much price action to go off of today. So I mean, I don't think there's any other chart we should be looking at outside of a 1 minute chart, to be honest. But Chad, if you have any recommendations there, let me know. I'm open to hear it. But yeah, I don't think any other chart outside of a 1 minute makes sense, to be honest. Tesla just broke down under 154s. Under 154s. John, people that loaded Tesla in the low hundreds up 50% in 3 weeks, smart to take profit? It depends on what your plan is. If you're investing in Tesla, I don't know. If you're short-term trading in Tesla, I'm going to preface this with I have no idea what you should do. Not an investment professional, not liable if you lose. I might be wildly wrong, and maybe Tesla just rips up another 50%. I don't know. Okay. With all that said and out the way, though, if it was me personally, I would definitely take profit. I wouldn't take all the profit, though. For me, what I would probably do is take a percentage of it off. I would lock in some profit to protect the trade. So if it goes against me, I'm not as exposed. But I'd still hold on to some in case it continues to go up, is what I would do. I'd probably take 50 to 70% off if I'm up 50% in 3 weeks. But again, that's me personally. Everybody's different. But I think anytime I'm up big in anything, I take profit. I don't see a point in not taking profit if I'm up huge in anything. I think that you got to just kind of be smart with it and not get too greedy with stuff. But it also, like I said, it depends on the time length of your trades. If you're planning to hold stuff for years, then taking profit might not mean anything, and it might be better to wait. I don't know. SPY pull it back to 401s. GDP is at 830. All right, so yeah, we got durable good orders. We got GDP, which is economic growth. Like, to put it into perspective, if you don't know what GDP is economic growth. That's what it's watching is economic growth. So yeah, that's essentially what GDP is. We'll see what economic growth looks like today. Be fun to watch. All right, guys. Spy at 401s. So spy dipping all the way down to 401s here. There's 401s. All right, guys. Tesla trying. All right, SPY at 40120s here. Tesla at 150, 153.80s. Dixie at 101.70. So if we look at the dollar index today and we put up like a 5-minute chart on the Dixie here, the dollar index is slightly green right now. So a slightly green Dixie. We'll see if it holds. But the Dixie is up today, which is not really good for strength in markets. We don't really want that for strength in markets. 154s on Tesla. Tesla's up big, man. It's a little bit too extended for me personally. And I think a lot of people are going to be waiting for the economic data to come out today before they do anything major here. You know. Spy's still green on the day though. Looks solid here. So Spy's still nicely up. Um, Dixie moving up, so that might drag the Spy back down. I think I'd watch 401s. I think 401 makes sense to pay attention to. Here, that 401 level. I think it's a relevant support level. It's just over $400. $400 is right underneath us too. Um, so Dixie moving up. Let's see if the Spy test 401s. It's right at that spot now. All right, so we also have Google here, Disney up there. We still got about 10 minutes before the market actually opens. So we still got time. Market up to 101.70s. Let me look at the poll numbers here. We did some polls. All right, so looking at our Twitter poll, 50% think the market's going to end green, and that is a big majority of the votes. 33% of people think the market's going to be red, and 17% think the market's going to end neutrally. And again, I don't know what we're going to get here. I really don't know. We'll see. GDP growth, again, to give you the nuance of it, the real nuance of the market here. The real nuance of the market is this, okay? So over the last 6 months, economic growth is bad, right? Anything that influences more spending has been a big negative in market activity. Anything that influences more spending has been a big down on the market, a big downer in market activity here. Anything that influences uh, more spending is bad, right? And um, with that, GDP growth has been bad for market activity. If the market has grown more than expected, it has been seen as a big negative. So today, but at the same time, over the last couple weeks, we've seen that kind of switch to more instead of having more inflationary fears, which would mean economic growth is bad, right? We're having more recession fears, which means that economic growth is, by that logic, good. Now, again, I'm not saying that economic growth is bad or that more spending is good or anything like that. What I'm saying here is that I'm wondering whether it's pivoted from backwards land, right? Whether economic growth is going to be finally seen as a positive again, or whether we're still in that backwards land mindset where economic growth is negative and anything that influences more spending is bad. And that, I think that's very relevant for GDP growth. I think it's very relevant. It's something that we should definitely understand and watch and pay attention to. As well as the rate hike decision is going to be coming out in the next couple weeks. Also, so it will be a big influencer over market activity. And I'm interested to see what happens. So Tesla back over 154s here because again, prior to the last couple weeks, really anything that meant more spending was bad. So whether it was higher unemployment, that was good. Lower unemployment was bad because it meant more spending. More people have work. More people are spending. Non-farm payroll numbers, all that stuff. Anything that meant more spending was bad, right? But it kind of did switch a little bit. It kind of did switch a little bit after the last few weeks here. So I'm genuinely interested to see if, maybe that backwards land mindset is done from traders and that traders are going to start betting on economic growth. As GDP increases, that can be seen as bad and let Fed raise rates more. Yeah, kind of. Again, it depends. The rate hike decision is next week. So, it's next Wednesday specifically is when the rate hike decision is. So very, very relevant stuff for all of it here, really. And I'm curious to see what we're going to get. A lot of people are thinking we're going to do 50 basis points. A lot of people are thinking we're going to do 75, so forth and so on. And so with all that, we'll see. But I think we'll probably do 50 basis points. I don't think we're going to do 25. I think 25 is too little. I don't think they're going to approach doing it that little as a rate hike for the next few months. I think they're going to give some time at 50, and then they're going to slowly start lowering rates and then eventually pivot maybe later on this year is my guess. But again, it's just a guess. I certainly don't know for sure. And ideally, I want to see the market go up. I want to see the market do well. I'd love to hear your opinion on AMD long term. AMD is a microchip stock. I think a lot of it is dependent on crypto. I think even though AMD is not used as much, I think it does depend on cryptocurrency. Um, I think and it's going to follow Nvidia, which is heavily reliant on crypto. And I think after the ETH merge, we saw some pullbacks in chip companies, but I think that a lot of them were really cheap, and we might start to get some bounce backs and stuff like that. But again, I really don't know. I like AMD though. I think the technology behind AMD is good, but I do think that Nvidia and Intel and stuff like that are going to start catching back up to AMD as well, though. Uh, and I think that AMD is certainly not the most popular chip company. And so I think that's a nuance of it that you want to pay attention to as well. But again, I really don't know. I'm not personally invested in those, but I can understand investing in them. I think they're interesting for sure. AMD has just been so volatile, man. Just so volatile. If you look at a yearly chart, this thing was at 130s at the beginning of the year, down to 50s a few months ago, back up to 75s now, essentially. So just big movement, man, in these companies. So hey, good luck to you as well, in Cal. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. AMD is a microchip company. Again, like I said, AMD is not the biggest one for sure, but there's certainly a large enough one. You see AMD on the right. Is the new CPI calculation method starting this February or March? What's your opinion on that? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, here's the Q. Q is very microchip heavy. If you want to follow chips, follow the Q. The Q is very microchip heavy. Let me look up what the Q's holdings are. But the Q is very microchip based. I think Nvidia is like number 2 holding in the Q. If we look at the lists of what's in the queue, again, the list is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, Meta, Broadcom, Pepsi. So the queue is heavily, chip based, with Nvidia being in the top 4 stocks on there. So watching the queue, you see the SPY is up nicely over the last few days here. And if you look at the SPY movement, like if you look at the momentum, look, here's a 20-day chart on the SPY. It looks very strong. Yeah, SPY movement has been very strong over the last 20 days. Really, if we look at like a 180-day chart, we're right around break even over the last 6 months, which is great. That's kind of what we want. Jobless claims. Again, jobless claims are, as they suggest, they're basically claims of people not at work. Again, though, lately it's been a higher jobless claims numbers has been a positive thing for markets, and the market has reacted positively over the last couple months, really, last few months. I would say maybe the last 6 to 8 months, really. Oh, wait, is my music off? Can y'all not hear the music, guys? Oh, my bad, man. Paul just told me that. My bad. Hold on. Music's been playing all morning on my end. There you go. I like some of this new music too, man. I picked out some new songs. But yeah, my bad, guys. But yeah, guys. So again, expectational numbers here. Jobless claims are expected to come in at 205,000. GDP 2.6% is what's expected. Uh, New home sales are expected to come in too. So new home sales are expected to drop as well. They are expected to come in at 617K. We also have durable good orders expected to show up. Core durable good orders expected to come in at minus 0.2%. Minus 0.2%. If you don't know what durable good orders are, they measure the change in the total number, the total value of new orders for long-lasting manufacturing good, excluding transportation items. Aircraft orders are very volatile and take a number of months to fill. Core number gives a better gauge of ordering trends. A higher reading indicates increased manufacturing activity, while a lower number means less manufacturing activity here. So that is the nuance of this. And yeah, durable good orders is very relevant as well. All right, what's up, Rod? I got some votes on Twitter about pretty split down the middle with green and red on Twitter. 43% green, 43% red, and about 14% neutral. Y'all can hear the music now, right? You should be able to. SPY back up to 4130s here. We're watching Tesla. It's back over 154. We can trade a little bit as well. Oh, my bad, guys. Y'all can't even see. It's just my face here. My bad, team. There you go. Now you should be able to hear the music. Hold on. Wait. Can you hear the music now? I started the song over. I don't know. Let me know if you could hear it before, but Tesla rip it up. It's at 154s right now. SPY bouncing big here, guys. Look at that. It's at 4130s. Okay, cool. All right, nice. All right, cool. All right, guys. All right, guys. Q at 289.50s here, guys. Q at 289.50s. All right, guys. SPY trying to come back here. Bouncing back really nicely now. Jeez, man. All right, guys. SPY at 401.30s. Uh, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time today. What do you think of Snapchat? I like Snapchat. So I like Snapchat here. Snapchat, I think the problem with Snapchat is monetization. They have a high number of daily active users. If they drop what cheap enough, like Snapchat, my buy zone for it personally, and again, I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I have no idea what Snapchat is going to do, but personally, my buy level for Snap is about like $8. When Snap starts to hit $8 roughly, that's when I start to get a little bit more interested in it. Outside of that, I'm just not really interested in it. It's just too expensive. So my buy zone is right around $8. Um, Spy bounced right really nicely. We talked about 401s all day today, and you can see here we bounced directly off of that 401 level a few times. We're at 980s now on Snap. We'll watch it. Tesla rejected at the VWAP here. So Tesla rejected at VWAP. What's up, Derek? Have you told us your opinion on bull or bear? I'm not sure what the market's going to get. I think even if we get high economic growth or low economic growth, I'm not sure how the market's going to react to it right now, to be completely honest here. You know, like, I don't know how the market's going to react. Again, it's a little bit more nuanced than it has been with regards to like whether more spending is good or bad, you know. And so I don't know. Even if we get like higher economic growth than expected here, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go up or down. And I think with the nuance of it like that, it's important to watch and pay attention to because we don't really know what we're going to get. You know. All right, SPY at 401.30s. Bonds love it. Yeah, I doubt that's going to pass straight. I mean, I kind of hope they do, but I doubt that's going to pass, though. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, guys. We appreciate it. All right, we're at 401.30s. Hey, what's up, Dirt Bike? Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little bit off of that Microsoft trade I was talking about. Like, we're up 150 bucks. I'm going to go ahead and take 15 shares of this off. All right, yeah, we just cut that. Just locked in everything, took profit. Holding 10 shares left of Microsoft. So, I'll take it. Green is good, you know. But yeah, we just locked in that, took the profit. Match.com, I don't know. Match.com is kind of, I don't know. I think I'm skeptical about Match.com's longevity. You know? Like, I'm skeptical about their longevity. The problem with Match.com is these young people are not, like, okay. Platforms like Match have a certain amount of longevity with regards to like new generations coming up and using different dating services like Tinder and stuff like that, right? That's the problem with Match is like long term. I think it's vulnerable to people just not using it after a while. I think that happens a lot where, you know, one generation uses a specific platform and then as their people get older and you know, people stop using it. I think if you look at Match over a long-term chart, I mean, that's exactly kind of what we've gotten here. You can see the chart on the right. This is Match.com. It's kind of what happens. So for me, I'm not going to put all my money in it. That's for sure. I don't really have any money in it. I just don't trust it enough. You know, here's the Q. Yeah, exactly. Nothing unique really there. Exactly. Yeah, I saw that comment, Shepard. 150 long call on Tesla. Yeah, nice, man. I saw that comment. Finally getting some pullbacks in Tesla at 154s. Q at 289s. Yeah, layoffs have been making markets go up, though. Again, though, the economics of this all, so we can put all this data up on screen so you can see what the expectations are. GDP is expected to show 2.6% growth. Jobless claims are expected at 205K. And durable goods. Core durable goods is the big one that everybody's watching here. Core durable goods is the big one. Let's see. Core durable goods are expected at minus 0.2%. Minus 0.2%. $8:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, so yeah, GDP growth is expected at 2.6%. Jobless claims at 205K. Core durable good orders. We will put all this data up on screen so you can kind of see what the expectations are right here. We did again. We talked about 401 a lot this morning. We talked about 401 a lot, and we did get a bounce exactly off of that level here. So look at the Q test highs here. Tesla not really breaking over the volume weighted average price. So Tesla is still really struggling to break over the VWAP here. Q is pressing 290s right now. SPY bounced really nicely at 401. And we talked about that 401 level too. What's up, Chris? Hey, what's up, Bernardo? Earnings for MasterCard. Oh, we did have some earnings this morning, right? My bad. I didn't even pay attention to the ones this morning. We got American Airlines just dropped their numbers at 117. Valero, JetBlue, Nokia all dropped their numbers this morning. So we had a lot of stuff drop their earnings this morning here, specifically American Airlines at 117 versus 114. So AAL beat estimates here. So AAL beat estimates. What's up, Hugh? Valero 845 versus 745 estimates on 41.75 billion in sales revenue. So Valero slightly missed on sales revenue, but beat EPS. JetBlue, so airlines came in at 22-cent profit versus 19-cent estimates. So Q was up there too. So Carnival Cruise, not really my style of trade. JetBlue beat. Nokia is at 16-cent profit per share. They beat as well on versus 14-cent estimates. Southwest came in at 38-cent loss on a 3-cent loss estimate. So Valero did a pretty good beat as well. Q's moving up. I guess this data is helping markets. Hey, what's up, Edwin? Dow at 46 cents loss or 46-cent profit, missed the 57-cent profit estimate, 11.86 billion in sales revenue. Missed the 12.16 billion in sales revenue estimates. All right, Tesla at 154.40 here. John, do you think the rate hike for 25 is already priced in? I don't think they're going to do 25. I genuinely don't think they're going to do 25. Maybe they do. I just don't think they will. I think they're going to do 50. 25 seems a little bit excessive. And again, I'm not saying they won't, but I don't think they will. I just genuinely don't think they will. Did you say Dow missed? Yeah, Dow came in. Dow Chemical Company, just to put it in perspective, came in at 46 cents. 46-cent EPS. All right, so we got some votes on Twitter. About 47 or 43% said green. We're gonna end the day green. 43% said red. 13% said neutral here. Yeah, man. The big trend of the market is like layoffs, which makes the market go up. You know. One of the good for his losses engineering job a year ago because Exxon stopped most work and his company was their exclusive contractor. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see. Like, there's going to be long-term effects of laying people off like that, but short-term, it's been causing really bullish action. So yeah, we'll see if the plants start ramping back up. Again, guys, a lot of data coming out. It is 7:20. We're going to put a timer up. So yeah, it is 7:20 in the morning. Data comes out at 7:30. So we got about 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 30 seconds. Just about. Call it that. So here's the timer before the data is released. You know what's freaking scary, guys? Colon cancer, man. That is super scary, bro. It took Chadwick Boseman out. I see Randy from the Inky Boys died recently at age 35, man. That's close to my age from colon cancer. That's scary. You just gotta drink that kombucha, man. Oh man, my son's having a meltdown. I can hear him. Yeah, sugars, man. But yeah, so SPY at 40120s. I'll be all right, but any advice for a losing day of trading? Nothing crazy, but you could have done better with what type of losses? Just have a max loss better. If it's a big day of losses, man, don't let your emotions get in the way. You can't let emotions get in the way, man. You got to be able to cut it off at a certain point and just not push. Like most of the big losses in trading come from traders who lose and then they double their size and then they lose more and then they triple their size and they can't step away. In poker, it's called tilt. I don't know what the term is in trading, but that's why most people lose big money in trading, have these big drawdowns. A lot of traders are actually profitable. They just can't stop themselves from having these really big drawdowns, from losing and then doubling their size and losing more and then doubling their size again and losing more. And then before you know it, their account's out. Their account's just done. And so the best thing that you can do, to be honest, is learn to accept the loss and just step away from it. Your ability to accept losses is one of the biggest skills you can have in trading, and it's something that you have to kind of reinforce and condition yourself to do. Yeah, risk management for sure. Automatic stops takes the emotion out of it. Yeah. Yeah, all good, brother. All good, man. It happens, dude. Master Chief, my guy. Halo, you know. I like Halo. But yeah, man, that's kind of how it goes, bro. You just gotta take it slow, man. Just take it slow. Don't push too heavy and just wait, man. You'll be all right. All right, Tesla at 154s. We got the SPY at 401s. Q at 289.60s. All right, SPY at 401.30s here. Q at 289.50s. Again, we'll see if this continues back up. I'm just kind of patiently waiting right now. You covering MasterCard earnings this morning? So yeah, MasterCard earnings drop in about 30 minutes. We'll cover them for sure. Expectations for MasterCard are for 256 EPS profit on 5.84 billion in sales revenue. How was donuts with dad? It was good, man. Try not to eat too many of those donuts. SPY up to 401.50. So SPY still bouncing here. Look at this pop on the SPY. Tesla testing 154s. We still got about an hour before this data comes out. Yeah, alone your decisions are definitely better. All right, guys. All right. SPY still moving up at 401.50s here, guys. 401.50s. All right, guys. 401.50s here, team. Tesla just dropped all the way down under 154s. Tesla just dropped. We'll have to look this up and see if there's a reason for this. How they make pop? Yeah. Bitcoin tried to pop. Yeah, Bitcoin flew up yesterday during Tesla earnings, to be honest. Bitcoin went absolutely crazy. All right, guys. Market's kind of moving up a little bit. I'm trying to look to see what let's see what I'm doing. Yeah, donuts, man. I gotta stop eating donuts. Speaking of colon cancer, bro, I gotta stop eating donuts, man. I've just eaten too much donuts over my life. At this point in time, donuts make me sick, man. Might be a good thing, to be honest. All right, guys. Kind of sitting back here waiting. Yeah, man, donuts get me sick, bro. I eat a donut, and I'm just sick. You know? Donuts and ramen sounds terrible. All right, guys. SPY just ripped up to 40180s, guys. 40180s on the SPY. Big pop. So market bouncing back. Tesla over 154s here. We got less than an hour before the data comes out. Less than an hour before the actual data comes out. All right. Market just popped. Let me see if there's a reason for it. I'm looking up the data right now. Bloomberg reported Wednesday that FTC filed Microsoft Activision suit to head off the European settlement. Big short investor Michael Burry signaling something ominous with this old market chart. Honestly, bro, Michael Burry is always ominous, man. Everything that dude says is ominous. Like, that's literally all Michael B does, man, is talk about how the market's short or whatever it is. You know? All right, let's see. 1,000, 1K. 2,500. Alright, so that's 2,500 plus 1,000. No. Yeah, so that's 1,500. Sorry, I'm doing some math here. 1,500 plus 1,000. That's 2,500. 2,500. And so, wait, let me get this right. All right, so 1,500 plus 2,500. All right, guys, market is flying up at 401.80s. Is there any justification for this here? Are people just preparing for the data to come out? All right, so 15. 500. All right, guys. So yeah, 290 for the Q. SPY up to almost 402s here. Tesla testing the volume weighted average price is at 154.50. All right, I got it. Finally, man, it took me so long. All right. All right, still testing that VWAP level for Tesla here. Q just popped over 290s. I'm assuming some earnings came out, but I don't see anything yet. We had Southwest Airline drop 38-cent loss per share. JetBlue on 22-cent gain per share in EPS. Valero beat. American Airlines beat. ADM, which is Archer Daniels Midlands, beat. Sherwin-Williams beat. Alaska Air beat. Tractor Supply Company beat. So... All right, guys. Q was at 290s. All right. So All right, now let me look to see. MasterCard release earnings. MasterCard doesn't come out with their earnings until 8 o'clock. Expectations for MasterCard are 256. Hey, my guy DS, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. $5 Canadian. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, sir. Tesla up to 154.50 or so. SPY ripped up, pulling back a little bit. Hey, what's up, Don? Hey, what's up, Stefan? Furry Berry. Honestly, man, we'll see, bro. Canadian, eh? You guys going to the store, eh? Hey, you guys going over there to the store, eh? Pick me up some Timmy's, will you, eh? My stepdad's Canadian. Listen, I lived in Canada for a while. You know, if you're like, man, that is a good Canadian impression. Listen, I love Canadians. Super nice, good food, poutine, you know, delicious. All right, I love it. We got less than an hour before the data comes out. The timer might be at the top right corner of the screen. No, I love Canada. I honestly, I lived in Batchewana, Canada for years. Beautiful, beautiful place, man. Beautiful place. Batchewana, Canada is like, you got mountains on one side, and then you got one of the beach at the great, I think it was Lake Michigan, across of it, man. We had a jet ski. My stepdad had a jet ski out there. It was fun, man. I love living out there. You know, I was young. The drinking age in Canada is 19. You know, I could go gamble and drink at 19 as a Canadian. And it was fun. You know, I love Canada. All right, guys. But yeah, so Tesla at 154.40s. Yeah, I lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan for a little while. There's Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada, and then there's Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. I lived in both. I lived in Batchewana, which is like an hour, I believe it's an hour west of Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, Ontario. And then there's also a sister city, which is Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, that I lived in as well, you know, when I was like 19. It was fun, man. It was fun. Tesla up to 154.50s. I didn't put any money. I don't gamble on these numbers. How do you get that timer on your screen? I don't know. Yeah, 19, great age. Comcast earnings. Comcast dropped 82-cent profit EPS on 77-cent estimates. Sales revenue of $30.55 billion on $30.35 billion estimates. So a beat on both sides for Comcast, and I hate Comcast as a company. And honestly, kind of hurts to see them do well because they're just so scammy and terrible. But they did beat. Mike calls telecommunication stocks to run on that. Play TQ instead of Tesla directly. Do you recommend this strategy? I mean, I don't recommend anything. You can. It's pure subjective, though. It's preference. It depends on how much money you have, I guess, because if you have enough money, you can just buy the regular Q, or you can buy Tesla itself. But if you want exposure to that for cheaper, yeah, I think that's an okay idea. Again, I'm not telling you should. No idea what's going to happen. Might be wildly wrong about everything. Good morning, John. How are you, sir? I'm here in Market Crash this week, man. Yeah, man, you guys know how I feel about market crash predictions, bro. There's way too many of them, man. So yeah, I don't know. I doubt the market's gonna crash. But we'll see. All right, guys. SPY up to 402s almost. Next week we have Apple and Google earnings. Oh yeah, man. Next week we got Apple earnings, Google earnings. Man, next week might be one of the most influential weeks of the year in terms of market activity. To put it into perspective, next week we have the rate hike decision, which is one of the biggest market influences. It happens every 6 weeks. It's when the Fed meets to determine how much they want to raise or lower rates. The Fed does that next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, they're going to announce their rate hike decision. And again, the nuance of all of this is like at times of high inflation, the Fed raises rates aggressively. The reason they raise rates aggressively is because by raising rates, which is interest rates, it discourages spending. And when spending is discouraged, businesses in turn lower prices in order to remain competitive because people stop buying their products. And the people stop buying, spending stops, and businesses must in turn lower pricing, which thus combats inflation. And so a lot of people are expecting 50 to 25 basis point rate hike, which is still somewhat aggressive, but it's certainly not as bad as 75 that we got earlier last year. And so this is one of the biggest influences over markets. Next Wednesday at 2 p.m., they're going to announce the rate hike decision. So they're going to announce basically how much they're going to raise or lower rates. And then at 2:30, they're going to do a press conference with your boy Jerome Powell, which we stream all this. You'll be able to watch the entire thing. We'll break it down fully. Earlier, we'll start streaming well before any of this stuff. We'll cover exactly what's about to happen. We'll cover it as it happens, as soon as it happens. And thousands of people tune into these streams because we cover the data very quickly. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Again, a lot of people say 25. I don't think we're going to get 25. I think it's possible. I'd give it about a 30% chance of doing 25 basis points. I think it's much more likely that we're going to do 50 and he's going to keep it steady. I don't think he's going to lower it more. I know that's what people want. And I know if we do 25, the market's going to go up, of course. But again, I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to do 50. I think we're going to do 50 basis points. But again, let me know what you guys think. 25, 50. Let me know. But yeah, aside from that rate hike decision on Wednesday, okay, just to put this into perspective, aside from that rate hike decision on Wednesday, next week we've got SoFi earnings. We've got SoFi earnings Monday, GM, Exxon, UPS, Pfizer, McDonald's, Caterpillar, Phillips, all Tuesday morning. Tuesday evening, we got AMD, Snapchat, EA, Western Digital, Amgen, Match.com, CP, and a bunch of other ones. Wednesday, we've got T-Mobile, Peloton, Humana, Enterprise, a bunch of other ones. In the evening, we've got Meta, Algen, McKesson, earnings. Thursday, we've got Lilly, Merck, ConocoPhillips in the morning, Apple, Amazon, Google, Ford, Qualcomm, Starbucks, U.S. Steel, MicroStrategy, all Thursday evening. And then Monday of the next, so a lot of stuff happening next week. It's going to be one of the biggest influential weeks of the market. A lot of huge earnings, big behemoth companies' earnings, which, prime earnings season. It starts Wednesday, Thursday of next week. And so, yeah, it'll be really, really interesting what happens next week. The 1st is a big day. And so Wednesday, Thursday of next week. What about Tuesday? Let me see. Tuesday, we got UPS, GM in the morning, Pfizer, McDonald's, Spotify, AMD, Snapchat, EA. So, yeah, Thursday. All right, guys, SPY, rip it up. Almost up to 402.50s at 402.25s right now. 402.25s. We'll see if it continues back up. Start to move. Hey, bro, how you doing, man? Here, I'm going to mute this. All right, Jack. Well, we got you right here, bro. We got you right here, man. What do you think of Roblox? Here's Roblox stock right here. Yeah, it dropped, bro. You called it short at 80. It's at 35 now. So you called Roblox short. You called Roblox short. Way over here, bro. And now it's down to $35 a share. Why do you not Roblox?
Nobody's really playing. I mean, people are playing this Roblox, but it's more.
It's trending down.
Yeah.
Other games are coming out, making it, vulnerable.
No, Roblox is kind of like.
It's old.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
I still play Roblox.
What about Minecraft? What do you think about that?
It's cool.
It's owned by Microsoft though, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's like one of the new games.
Minecraft is not new, bro. Minecraft's been around since before you were born.
There's
Oh, but they keep updating it.
Yeah.
Updating it. So
Okay.
Like, it's cool to wait for the updates.
All right, fair enough. All right, I love you guys. All right, y'all have a good day. Love you. All right, have a good day at
Yeah,
school.
like Minecraft just got an update 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I like Minecraft, bro. All right, I love you guys. Y'all be safe, okay? Love you. All right, guys, my kids. All right, guys, SPY up to 402.30s here, 402.30s. No, Jack really did call Roblox short at 80. I asked Jack, I said, hey, what do you think about Roblox, bro? He said, I think it'll be, I said, where's Roblox in 5 years, Jack? And this was like a year and a half ago or something like that. And he said, I think it'll be about half the price. And didn't even take that long. Roblox at 35 now. Over 50% drop relative to where it was when he said that. So, hey, the next Warren Buffett right there. Here's the queue. So, again, we can watch tech. Market's running up, though, which is good. Is there a reason for this run up, is my question here. $25 more reasonable than 75, though, I think. Yeah, that might be true. I don't think we're going to do 75. I think we might do 50. Yeah, these children are not financial advice. They have no idea what they're talking about. Don't sue them. All right, guys. Yeah, futures looking strong. Q pumping up. SPY moving up. It's at 402.30s here. Hey, nice. I'm sorry to hear that, Dragos, man. Thank you for the, compliment, man. Yeah, GDP, guys, 2.6% expectations for GDP, 2.6%. We'll see what shows. The SPY just broke highs again here, guys. Look at the SPY break highs again. Whoa, sorry, wrong screen. Look at the SPY break highs again. The 403s, testing 403s now. Q broke highs, Tesla up there. We are running up. Look at these gains here for everything. Bro, there's no leak. Every report, somebody says, oh, there's a leak. There is no leak. Again, every big report, somebody comes out and they're like, yo, it's a leak. I'm telling you, they have been wrong. The leak, quote unquote, leak has been wrong every single time. At this point, it was actually statistically more likely that they would accidentally get it right at this point, and they've been wildly wrong. And so if the leak says 3%, I'm on the opposite. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Hey, good morning, man. From Houston, Texas. All right, pull back here on the SPY here. So we got a little dip in the SPY. It's at 402.50s. I have incredible reasons to believe that John's kids are secretly working for the SEC and have been besting NASDAQ for over year over year for the past 30. Hey. Leaks are intentionally wrong to make you make the wrong move. I could honestly believe that. Everyone is very bullish now. They will trap bulls and bring this down big. The games these people play. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, again, people have to understand. Like, I'm not saying we don't drop. But like a lot of bears are just biased because they've been making bear predictions and bear calls, and some of them are holding put options or short options or whatever they're holding, right? Here's an argument for the upside. All right, I'll give you both arguments. The argument for the upside is this: inflationary data has come in better and better every time over the last couple months. So CPI, PPI, it's all been better than expected lately. Number one, that's the first thing, right? That's number one. Number two is that the market is pretty extended on the downside over the last year. Over the last year, the market's down pretty big, over the last year. Bear trends don't historically last forever. They just don't historically last forever. Eventually, we start to rebound here. We're not just going to keep going down and down and down forever. Number three is it's very difficult to predict a stock market crash. And I think, again, I call it the Michael Burry effect, where people watch The Big Short. You got a lot of big influencers, and I mean big influencers, that are telling people the market's going to go to zero and all this absolutely ridiculous stuff. The market is not going to zero. There is no chance the stock market goes to zero in our lifetime. That is a ludicrous, absolutely ridiculous statement. And I think what happens is these influencers get their heads all big and they want to be the next Michael Burry. And so they make these ridiculous predictions, and then that trickles into viewers. And then viewers start looking at it like that, and they take big positions. And then when they lose money, then they're just kind of in denial about it. Like, oh, well, the market is going up right now, but it's going to crash soon. And maybe it does. Like I said, maybe it does. I don't really know. And I'm going to be real, though, and tell you I don't know. But I think crashes are very difficult to predict. We've been in a downtrend for over a year now. And downtrends historically don't last forever. Inflationary data is getting better and better. We've switched in some instances from inflationary fears in terms of responses to economic data to more so recessionary fears in responses to economic data. And so when that happens, it kind of pivots from more spending is bad to more spending and economic growth is good. And so there's a lot of arguments potentially for the upside here. I'm not saying we're going to go up, but there are a lot of upside arguments at this point in time. Now, there's just as many downside arguments as well. We are in a downtrend. Okay, so here's the downward trend. I can draw it out really quick. Here is the downward trend. We are in a downtrend on a yearly or longer term basis. The other thing is that on average, the market goes up long term. That's another bull argument. Again, inflation is bad. A lot of big names and big money think we're going to have a recession this year. And so there's a lot of arguments for the downside as well. But I think you got to be objective. And I think anybody that acts like we have to do one specific thing, I immediately just kind of ignore. We don't have to do anything. If you think we have to do one specific thing, you don't understand the stock market. And that's why I always just say, I don't know. Yeah, Jack, top three traders. Hey, definitely top three. If GDP is higher, is that bullish or bearish? Honestly, over the last 6 months, it's been bearish, right? GDP economic growth has been worse for market reactions. The market has reacted negatively with higher GDP growth, right? But again, lately I've seen a little bit of a pivot to where economic growth is being seen as a positive now. And I think this report will really tell us where we're at in that regard. Again, I'm not going to say anything about it because I really don't know how the market's going to respond. I'm just going to patiently wait. And again, we'll cover it all live. Again, thousands of people tune into these streams because we cover this data very quickly once it comes out. And this will really tell us where we're at. If we get economic growth and the market drops, then we're still in kind of backwards inflation fears territory. If we get economic growth and the market goes up, then maybe backwards land is over and economic growth is going to be seen as a positive again. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll wait and see. Let me know what you guys think. We can look at our poll numbers here as well. We did some polls. And we got about 800 votes, 59% of bullish, 41% are bearish. So mostly bulls in the polls. On Twitter, we got another poll going on here where we asked people green, red, neutral on the day. So we have GDP, jobless claims, core durable good orders. When the market closed green today, we asked people 43% think green, 43% think red, 13% think neutral. And let me know what you guys think. Market is pumping up. We tapped just under 403 at 402.96 on the SPY. Dollar index is bouncing up, which is usually there's an inverse correlation between the Dixie and the SPY as well. And that's kind of something we're kind of seeing. Hitting hidden inflation will add to the GDP numbers, making it look better than it really is. Maybe. All my growth stocks are pumping. Hey, good luck, Blue. Yeah, they just don't pay teachers enough, man. You know, like my mom was a teacher, you know. They just don't pay teachers enough. Teaching is a hard job. Teachers should get paid more than anything. There should be a standard of pay for teachers, but they get paid nothing. You know, you could literally go work a customer service job, you know, without having to do homework and prep, and make more than a teacher. You know, and so why would you go to college to make less? Now, professors are different. Professors can make bank, um, but yeah. How are my poll statistics relative to what really happens? I would say they're not super correlated. Most of the time, people are bullish and want the market to go up. Generally, we kind of see opposite, where we ask people if people are going to react good or bad to this data. If it's about a specific stock on YouTube, generally we have more bulls than bears. If it's about the broader economy, we generally have more bears than bulls. But today's different. Today we have more bulls than bears on both Twitter and YouTube. So we'll see. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just don't see a point in becoming a teacher with how much they get paid relative to how much work they have to do. That's just a lot of work for very little gain. I understand like there's nobility in that. It's a noble thing to teach, you know, the next generations. But again, the reward is not worth the work, in my opinion, a lot of times, especially for like young teachers, you know. Hey, thank you, Joe. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Let's avoid that conversation. Do not learn business from someone. Yeah. Market's gonna go. I hope the market goes up, man. Again, so we should have just got. What was it? We should have just got. Was it MasterCard earnings? So yeah, MasterCard, waiting for them to drop their earnings. MasterCard's symbol is MA. And so they're supposed to drop their earnings like right now. It doesn't look like they came out with anything yet. All right, so MasterCard dropped fourth quarter adjusted EPS of 265, beat the 256 estimate. Sales of 5.82 billion, beat the 5.79 billion estimate. So here is MasterCard right here. Yeah, and so MasterCard did a EPS and beat on sales revenue. SPY still pumping up ahead of this data here. We got less than 30 minutes, less than 30. All right, SPY at 402.50s. We got MasterCard not really reacted the biggest from this. Intel is up this morning on evening earnings. SPY pulling back a little bit. We're at 402.40s. right, Tesla at 154.20s here. SPY finally dipping down. It's at 402.40s. We got MasterCard breaking lows here. I'm assuming this is probably on not great guidance, is what I'm assuming this is. Yeah, MasterCard sees continued recovery of cross-border travel. Consumer spending has been remarkably resilient. Fourth quarter revenue up 11.5% to $5.82 billion, above the consensus estimates. Switch transactions is up 8%. So overall, MasterCard did pretty solid on their earnings report. I don't see anything negative here, anything missed for MasterCard, but for whatever reason, they are down. Bitcoin to 30K. I'm manifesting hard. Yeah, listen, bro. I'm not saying I believe in the law of attraction, but I've had some weird anomalies that have happened to me personally. That again, I'm very hard to believe in anything without proof. But I've had some weird anomalies in my life around that. One of them was, there's a few instances of this. My daughter and I were setting up a phone, right? We were setting up her phone. And every time we would press the button, it would say, "Up, you've hit a snag," is what it would say. Like, you've hit an error, and we did it over and over again. And every time we would do that, she'd be like, "Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work." And then it didn't work. And then she said, "Up, you hit a snag. It didn't work." And she would say, "Oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work." And we tried it literally 10 times, 15 times. Eventually I was like, "Hey, look, we're going to be positive about this." I was like, "It's going to work this next time. This next time it's going to work." And I said it out loud, and I was like, "Yo, this is going to work." The very next time it worked immediately afterwards. And then she looked at me and she was like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "I don't know." That was very strange. Then the same thing happened with baseball, where I was watching baseball, and I was watching the Angels or somebody, and I noticed something where it's every time I would turn on the TV, the next player at bat would hit a home run. And I did this 2 or 3 times, and it kind of weirded me out until at one point I was laying in bed with Carol, and Madison was in the room with us, and Jack was in there. And I said, "Yeah, this really weird thing. Every time I turn on a baseball game, the next batter hits a home run." And I said it out loud. And then I think Caleb Ward was up to bat. Or Taylor Ward was up to bat for the Angels, and I said that to him, and then the very next pitch, he hit a home run over the right field wall, and they both kind of jaws dropped, and they looked at me like, "What the heck, man?" I didn't really keep trying it though, but, and again, I'm not really saying I believe in the law of attraction. I'm not really saying that, I think it's more plausible that we're just in a simulation, but I don't know if I believe in that either. I don't, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Bill. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, hit that sub button, guys. Hit the notification bell. Tesla up to almost 155s right now. Up to 155s here. We still got about 20 minutes before this data comes out. 20 minutes. Yeah, bro. Hey, MLB The Show. 100%. That very first pitch, man. Juan Soto, Pawn and I played. Pawn's good, bro. He's good. All right, guys. Tesla up to 155. Yeah, the simulation theory will mess with your head, man. I showed Carol something about it. It messed with her head for weeks afterwards. Simulation theory goes, if it's possible for us to have virtual reality that's real enough to be what we're currently experiencing, if it's eventually possible for that to happen deep into the future, right? If it's possible for us to experience virtual reality, considering what we currently have for virtual reality, what that currently looks like, which is incredibly realistic to the point where you'll get motion sickness on boats and all that stuff. It's very plausible that over time we'll eventually develop something that's that looks exactly like real life, right? And the simulation theory goes, if that is possible, then it's actually statistically more likely that we are already in that simulation, And again, I don't know if I buy it, but it's an interesting theory. SPY up to 402s. Big pullback ahead of this data here. We still got 20 minutes before this data is released. All right, guys, SPY at 402.20s. MasterCard falling down. I don't know why MasterCard is down. I'm looking for guidance numbers here maybe, but so MasterCard spent $2.4 billion on stock repurchases in the fourth quarter, paid $473 million in dividends. They incorporated fourth quarter on their website, up 11.5%. Crypto shows later on today. But big green action on the SPY today, man. Big green action. So again, let me know if you're buying this dip. I'm going to put the volume weighted price up in the 200 EMA on the chart. And you can see VWAP is right around 402 on the SPY. We'll see. Tesla testing 155s right now. 155s. I don't know, Nuno. The reason I don't know is because lately, over the last 6 months plus, less GDP growth is seen as a positive because of inflationary fears, right? So over the last 6 months, less is more, where we get less economic growth, less GDP growth it's being interpreted as a positive because of inflationary fears and problems. But again, at this point in time, I've seen it kind of pivot to more recessionary fears. And if that's the case, economic growth is going to be seen as a positive thing. At the same time, I really don't know. And I think we need this report to really confirm which way we're heading in terms of like reactions to market and economic data. Again, right now, over the last 6 months plus, less is more, where higher jobless claims is better, lower unemployment is worse, GDP growth is worse, and market had been reacting negatively to that. But I have seen subtle changes in that mindset to where maybe it's the opposite at this point in time. But again, I really don't know. I'm just gonna wait and you know, I'm gonna see what happens here. And again, if you want to tune in, we'll cover this data as soon as it comes out, very, very quickly right here. We stream all the major economic releases, Jerome Powell press conferences, all the big earnings reports we stream. We streamed Tesla earnings yesterday, had thousands of people here, and we cover this data very, very quickly. And so hit that sub button, hit the notification bell. With all that said and out the way, we are going to throw it in sub only mode, guys. We got 15 minutes before the data comes out. 15 minutes, team. So hit that subscribe button, guys. We do this live every day. Yeah, we'll see, man. Again, I'm holding Microsoft. I did buy Microsoft yesterday. We ended up taking some profit. We made about $150 on this trade. We're holding 10 shares left. We had 25 shares. We're holding 10 shares now. So we'll watch Microsoft as well. Another thing to watch is the dollar index here. Here's the Dixie. It's at 101.80s right now. 101.80s for the dollar index. All right, guys, and then tomorrow, don't we have economic data tomorrow? Oh, we got the PCE deflator tomorrow. So, yeah, tomorrow's a big economic data as well. We'll cover that, too, live right here. Hit that sub button. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, good morning, dude. Yeah, we'll see, Sean. Hey, nice break. Congrats, man. What's up, Mo? S&P pre-market 4050. We'll see, brother. We'll see, man. Again, I watched the E-mini. Here's the E-mini right here on the right. It's already about 40.50 right now, right? So that's one of the ways you can kind of see what's happening. And this is the futures contract here. If you look at this versus the SPY, it's the same price action. So if you look at this and you look at this, you know, it's the same thing. But you can trade this right side with no PDT rule. That's the big thing. Like everybody tries to trade penny stocks or a cash account. You can day trade a margin account in futures without PDT restrictions. There's no PDT rule. You can essentially get exposure to stocks. You can day trade the S&P 500, which is what moves most stocks, what most stocks are made of, most blue chips at least. And again, you can day trade it, short it in futures without restriction. If you want to try that out, try out a funded account program like Top Step. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm definitely biased in their favor. But again, it just builds your skill. It tests your skill as a trader, gets you exposure to the futures market if you want to try it out without risking a lot. Base package is less than $140 a month if you use my link. and very cheap. And again, it allows you to test yourself. What they do is they give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules, the base one's 50K. So they give you a 50K demo. If you can hit 3K in profit on that demo without losing over 2K total or $1,000 a day, which is a reasonable 2 to 3 ratio. And so you prove profitability there. They fund you with a 90% split. You also get to keep 5,000 of your first profit from them. Regulated, been around for over 10 years, the most legit futures funded program in the world. Check it out. Here is the link. You can also find the link in the description, but yeah, there's a link right there. 20% off if you use the link. But yeah, Tesla's still just ripping up here. We're going to put the Dixie up right now, the dollar index. Here's the Dixie. It's up to 101.80s. Pump it. Yeah, hey, let's do it. We got about 1,000 people here, guys. About 1,000 people here. Still got about 13 minutes left before this data comes out. And again, we're going to stream it all live. Be ready. Let's try to make some money today. Hopefully we can. Tesla flying up here, guys. Let's zoom out a little bit. Tesla highs are 156 right now over the last couple weeks. 156 highs. For all the earnings today, American Airline beat. Valero beat. Or Valero was mixed. Good EPS, bad sales revenue. JetBlue beat on both metrics. Southwest missed on both metrics. Nokia beat on both metrics. Nucor beat and then was even with sales revenue. BX didn't drop theirs. Archer Daniels beat on both metrics. Sherwin-Williams was mixed results. Alaska Air was mixed results. Dow missed on both metrics. Tractor Supply Co. Beat on both metrics. McCormick missed on both metrics. SAP mixed results. Comcast beat on both metrics. Xerox beat. NOC beat. T-Row beat, and that's basically it. So that's the earnings today. A few other ones here, but that's the largest ones today. So is high GDP good or bad? I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows how the market's going to respond. Again, over the last 6 months, high GDP is bad, but I've seen it pivot to again, with inflationary fears, high GDP is bad, right? So economic growth, more spending, anything that evokes more spending is bad in terms of inflationary problems. If the fears and sentiment has pivoted from inflationary fears to recessionary fears, then it reverses. And so in that regard, higher economic growth is good. More economic growth than expected is good. And I don't know which one we're at yet. Again, the last couple reports have been a little bit neutral. They've been a little bit mixed in that regard in terms of reactions to it. And so with that, I really don't know. I have no idea how we're going to react to this one. Usually I'll have somewhat of an understanding of how we might react to it. And of course, I'm sometimes wrong with it. But this specific one, I genuinely have no idea how we're going to react to it. Again, conventionally, economic growth with GDP is good. So conventionally, higher GDP numbers are better. Lower GDP numbers are worse. And conventionally, less jobless claims is better and more jobless claims are worse. But again, over the last 6 months, that's been backwards where, less is more. And again, I don't know what we're going to get. Let me know what you guys think in chat. A few weeks ago, the narrative was Tesla's going to fall. If Elon is too focused on Twitter, suddenly the narrative changed more. The story followed the facts. Yeah, but here's the problem with that. All right, I think fearing what Elon says on Twitter is a reasonable fear in terms of stock price for Tesla here. The other thing to understand is that this is a 180-day chart on Tesla right now. Like, this is the 180-day chart. And so relative to, the last 2 months, Tesla is still down about 25%. Which is a big percentage. And so again, we bounce back. That's great. but I do think Tesla's vulnerable to how Elon acts on Twitter. I think that's a reasonable fear to have regarding Tesla, and it's something that I'm going to pay attention to. It's I think it's a reasonable fear to have. At the same time, though, maybe Tesla rips up here. I think with Chat GPT gaining so much hype and Elon's investment into them, I think that can only be good for Elon's holdings and Elon's companies. But again, I think that's a reasonable fear to have. All right, guys, less than 10 minutes. Hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you all, team. I would really, really like to hit 98K today. We are up to 97.75. So hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. Help us hit 98K, guys. We're getting pretty close. I would never pressure you to subscribe, but if you don't, I'll hate you forever. Do it now. Long or short today, guys. Let's look at the polls here. We still got 8 minutes. Also, if you want to chat, you got to hit the sub button. 58% are bullish on the GDP report. 42% are bearish. Yeah, hit the like button as well. John, do you think Tesla will hit 160 today? I really have no idea. It could. It certainly could. It's definitely possible. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you, Solomon. I appreciate you, man. What's up, Lee? Is crypto tanking here? Really, man? Yeah, I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's still over 23K though. And so I still think Bitcoin looks all right. Hey, what's up, Raphael? Hey, welcome, man. Glad you joined us here then, brother. But yeah, Bitcoin currently at about 23K. I think as long as it holds over 23, that's fine. A lot of the time, crypto will run on weekends too, so we'll see what happens this weekend for it. Tesla at 155s, Spy at 402s. Hey, thank you, Spy, my guy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Spy with the $2 donation. Thank you, bro. So the light blue line on the chart right here is the previous closing price. So the Spy today is gapped up to 402 from basically 400.35, 403.35. So the Spy is gapped up today. If we break under 400.35, it'll be a red to green move, or a green to red move. So as long as we can hold over 400.3, then the market will technically be green on the day, and vice versa. If we break under 400.3, market will be red on the day. We did have some building permit data drop. We'll put these numbers up on screen. They dropped a couple minutes ago. Hey, thank you for doing this. Can't tell you how many days your guidance has made me bank on options. Hey, nice, Lewis. Congrats, man. I don't want anybody to copy me. That's not really what I'm about. But if you can learn from how I trade, great. You know, happy for you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Nvidia has been on a steady move up the last few trading sessions. Yeah, the market has been really green, though, too. It's probably influencing Nvidia. There's Nvidia, and then there's the SPY. And so you can see the SPY and Nvidia are very similar. And so we'll see what moves these, but yeah, thank you so much, Spy. I appreciate the donation, man. What was the update on MasterCard? MasterCard dropped earnings. They dropped an EPS and a sales revenue beat. No, so MasterCard had mixed results. I'm sorry. They had 265 EPS on 5.82 billion in sales revenue. So they slightly missed on sales revenue, beat on EPS. And on earnings, it looks like, unless it's like a big miss, most of the time what moves it more is sales revenue. And thank you, Lewis, my guy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Lewis. All right, guys, 4 minutes. Shout out to Lewis with the donation, brother. Thank you so much, man. What's up, Tobias? Every time I hear the name Tobias, I think of Arrested Development. Was it Tobias Funke or something like that? Yeah. Tesla up to 156. SPY broke over 402s. We got about 1,300 people here, guys. Hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep the growth up. All right, guys. Tesla at 156. SPY at 402.20s. Most small positions on options are bearish, like I've said all last week, and this week market will keep going up. Hey, what's up, Ren? Instead of looking at patterns and graphs, I mean, we do break, but it's all relative. Like, again, the big thing to understand about all of this is that the real things that move markets are fundamental and economical data and company health long term. Like, the longer you go out, the less relevant technicals are. Again, I've seen people try to use like flag and triangle patterns over like a yearly period, and that just doesn't work that well, because in the end, over a long period of time, fundamentals trump technicals. Like, fundamentals are far more influential over stock price and movement than technicals are on a long-term basis. Now, short-term is different. Short-term technicals can have a big effect, but I think even short-term economic and fundamental data release is going to discount a lot of technical patterns and movements here. And so you can trade, but I look for extension and health in terms of swing trading. And swing trading is really where I've made a lot of my money lately, is capitalizing on swing trades, buying up stuff when they're cheap. Again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I was telling people Disney was cheap at $85, $86 a share. I had a lot of haters. People called me a clown. They said, oh, this dude bought Disney at 91s, 90, 89s, and they called me a clown. And now it's crickets, because Disney's at like 107 right now. And I ended up taking profit pretty quick, like I always do, at like 92, 93. But still, it is what it is. But I think my way of swing trading makes a lot of sense, just waiting for big, healthy companies to have big emotional drops. Look for objectively cheap levels with big emotional drops. You buy the dip and you sit on blue chip, healthy companies as long as you need to. SPY rip it up ahead of the data here, guys. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Also, guys, just a heads up, make sure to hit the play button. Make sure to hit the live button next to the play button. If you don't, you might be a little bit delayed in the stream. And so, again, make sure you hit the live button next to the play button to show you what that is here. Again, make sure you hit this button right here. All right, that way you know you're live. The live button should be red ahead of these releases. The live button should be red. That's when you know you're caught up, and there shouldn't be much of a delay if that's the case. All right, guys, 40 seconds or less. This was a while back, Don Fron, about he invested in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. All right, guys, here's the data. Chicago Fed National Activity Index came in at minus 5.1. Durable goods orders came in at 5.6%. Jobless claims came in much less than expected at 186K. 186K for jobless claims. 186K for jobless claims. GDP came in at 2.9%, higher GDP growth than expected. 2.9% GDP growth versus 2.6% expected. Jobless claims came in at 186K versus 205,000 expected. Core durable good orders came in at minus 0.1% versus minus 0.2% expected, but 2.9% GDP growth. And again, it is a contrarian market. It is a backwards market so far. Higher GDP growth has indicated higher GDP higher GDP growth and less jobless claims has made the market drop. And so we still have inflationary fears right now, according to this reaction. Inflationary fears are still there. We'll put this data up on screen so you can see. But yeah, GDP came in at 2.9%, 2.9% versus 2.6% expected. And yeah, there's the data up on screen. Jobless claims came in at 186 versus 285 or 205 expected, and then durable good orders came in slightly higher than expected as well. So again, all things that indicate economic growth are causing a negative response in markets, except for Tesla, and maybe we end up bouncing back here. And then core durable good orders right here. So we're going to put all this data up on screen. So here's all the data, just so you can see it. Here is all the data right now, all the data. That is all the data right there. And again, I told you guys we cover it quickly here. We cover it quickly. Market is starting to rebound, though. Still technically red from this report, but starting to bounce back some here. It's still over the 200 EMA, still over the VWAP. NVIDIA starting to drop. Very neutral response to this. But again, this is economic growth is what we're showing right now. And again, subscribe, guys. I told you we cover this data fast. And so if you were caught up on stream, we drop that data within seconds. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. We cover all the big data live right here. We got PCE tomorrow. Next week, we got big earnings and the Fed rate hike decision, Jerome Powell press conference, all that stuff. And we will stream it all live right here on YouTube for free. Again, big movements up for Tesla at 156.50s here, 156.50s. Tesla up to almost 157 here. SPY pulling back. It's at 401.60s, 401.50s. NVIDIA trying to make moves. Let's look at the dollar index to see how the Dixie is correlated with everything here. Dollar index spiked up on this, and which makes sense because these indicate economic growth. So the dollar is pumping on it. Well, yeah, the market hasn't really moved too much relative to what we usually do for big reports like this. We had a lot of big economic data, and it was all one-sided as well, right? So it's all indicating economic growth. Higher GDP or higher durable goods orders, less jobless claims, and more GDP growth than expected. Those are all three things that indicate economic growth, and the market hasn't really moved that much. SPY hasn't really moved that much. So it's really interesting where I think what's happening right now is that inflationary fears and recessionary fears are kind of balancing it out to where the market doesn't know which way to respond to all this data. But these are three really big influences over market activity. Again, and they were very one-sided as well. They all signaled economic growth. GDP was higher than expected. Durable goods was higher than expected. Jobless claims were lower than expected. Again, all three things indicate economic growth. And right now the SPY is not really moving that much. The S&P 500 futures market's not really moving that much. Tesla just broke the highs of pre-market right now. So Tesla breaking highs. The dollar index is starting to dip here too. And so let's see what kind of reaction we're gonna get from now. What's up, Stefan? Hey, welcome, bro. But yeah, look at the Dixie start to drop right now. So the dollar index is starting to fall. And there goes the dollar index falling. Let's see if we get a little bounce back and everything here. Tesla breaking highs up to 157s. SPY bouncing back over 402s. Dollar index starting to reverse back down some here. SPY pumping. Tesla just tapped 157s here. No, SPY's not pumping. I'm sorry. The Tesla's pumping is what I meant to say. The dollar index is starting to reverse though. Yeah, so again, I mean, I don't think we didn't really have a big brash reaction on one side. And again, it was a very polarized report. to be honest. GDP growth is a big influence over market activity. Of course, it's GDP. Also, jobless claims numbers moves the market generally, as well as durable good orders. All three things indicate economic growth, and we didn't really get much of a reaction here. Now, let's see what we do moving forward, but not a huge reaction. No, the last data release didn't include all three of these things. It didn't have durable good orders. All three of these things falling on the same day usually means we get a big influence here. And again, if you want to day trade this release here, right? If you want to day trade this release, here's the SPY in the middle, which is kind of what we're watching here. And here's the E-mini, right? The E-mini, there's no PDT rule. You'll see it's the exact same price action, same movement on the E-mini on the right versus the SPY in the middle. And you can day trade the E-mini in futures without restriction. Top Step's a funded account program. They give you a demo. If you can hit the targets on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they fund you between 50 to 150K. Base one's less than 140 bucks a month. It's a great way to test yourself. It's not super expensive. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. And I think most traders are going to lose. And look at the market start to rip up. But if you could pass it, you get funded a $50,000 account with a 90% split. And it's a great way to test yourself in futures. There's no PDT rule in futures, which is why a lot of people trade it. So if you want to check it out, here is the link. But yeah, look at the E-mini pump up. Just watch the dollar index. Tesla hit 157, but then rejected there. Let's see if it bounces back up or what. The Dixie is at 102s or 101.80s right now. So this is looking a little bit more green here. And if this is green, that means backwards land might be over here. SPY's getting ready to test the previous high level at 402.50. Just broke that high up to 402.60s here. And so again, if the market moves up, it might mean backwards land is over. And it might mean we're pivoting from, again, as I said before this, it might mean we're pivoting from more inflationary fears to recessionary fears, which means that like economic growth is good because these three metrics indicate economic growth. Less jobless claims, basically more people working. Durable good orders up, which means like more buying. Economic growth in GDP. So GDP numbers were higher than expected. We had more GDP growth than expected. Again, economic growth. All three of these things were very one-sided. And so if we push up from this, moving forward, it might mean we pivot from what we were getting in terms of reactions to this data earlier. The dollar index is pulling back. It hit the 200 EMA, still breaking down. SPY's moving up. The highs of the day on the SPY are right around 403 at 402.96. Last I checked, economic growth is good. Yeah, but EXO, conventionally economic growth is good, of course. The last 6 months, it hasn't been. The last 6 months, GDP higher than expected tanks the market. The last 6 months, jobless claims being higher than expected make the market go up. The last 6 months, lower unemployment, the market went down. So again, generally and conventionally, economic growth is good. Lately, over the last 6 months, it has not been because people are scared of inflation. Anything that means more spending is bad. But now we're starting to move up from it, which again is good. It means economic growth is being valued again relative to what it's been like the last 6 months. So, it's an interesting nuance of everything, and we'll see if we continue to move up here. We're testing the highs right now. We're right under them. Right now, good news is good news again, but I don't know how long this will last. Everything looks very strong right now, though. We're still holding Microsoft. Let's see how my Microsoft trade's getting affected by this. All right, Microsoft's doing well. Good. All right, market's getting ready to test the high of the day. Tesla broke the highs of the day at 157.23 is the new high. Tesla up to 157.10s right now. Let's see if it holds support at the 157 level. You can use a bunch of different platforms. I use Quant Tower personally, but you can use TradingView, Tradeovate. There's like over a dozen platforms that they offer for Top Step. Again, if you're interested, check out the link in the description. Dixie started to bounce back up here. So again, still getting a neutral response. Look at the dollar index. And generally there's an inverse correlation with the dollar index in the market here. Bitcoin starting to move up. Also, check out Chart Prime, man. Look how valuable Chart Prime is, dude. Like, Chart Prime is genuinely useful. I noticed this yesterday. So, like, look at this. Here's the SPY. So, same chart that's getting affected. Chart Prime it's a trading view indicator service you can use in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. Look, reversal up signal, huge bounce. It shows us that we're running into this range resistance too. Reversal up signal, big bounce. We went into the range high right here, big rejection back down. And again, you can use this over and over again in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. It's called Chart Prime. You can use it on Bitcoin as well. Look, reversal up signal, bounce. Reversal down signal, drop. If you look at it like the last few days, look, it shows you hammer candles as well. Bearish hammer candle, drop. Bearish engulfing candle, and you can see it automatically documents the support or resistance. It labels them from top 10 as well, and this dotted one is the most strong resistance level. And then look, reversal down and bearish engulfing, drop. We pull back to that range support, bounce, bearish engulfing, drop, drop from bearish engulfing candle. It shows you reversals as well. And again, it's been surprisingly accurate for me. I got to get it to where it shows me these, but these last few days it's been great. And so check it out. It's called Chart Prime. Link for it is in the description. SPY almost got up to 403, got up to 402.96. So tap that high of the day level right here and then rejected. You can just use my link for the promo code, Anthony. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. I think it's BTrades, BTRADES. Get you 20% off. So we have PCE deflator here, which is one of the big metrics that the Fed uses to determine how much they're going to raise rates is PCE. That's tomorrow. So the PCE deflator metric is tomorrow. Very relevant. Yeah, all good, Anthony. No worries, man. All right, SPY still trying. Tesla at 157s. It's called Chart Prime. It's in the description if you want to check it out. Yeah, good sign. If economic growth is being seen as a positive again, that's usually a good sign. Hopefully it is. Hopefully we get some continuations in this green action that we reacted to. Y'all just be careful because again, I think there's a lot of indecision right now, especially with the Fed rate hike decision less than a week away, and we got a lot of other big earnings next week also. I think with all that stuff in the I think we got some big stuff happening, and I think you need to just tread lightly and all this stuff. At least that's what I'm personally doing because, again, the Fed rate hike decisions next Wednesday. That's one of the biggest influences over markets as well. The next CPI report is going to be in a couple weeks too, so. Tomorrow's PCE, yeah. Bitcoin dropping. Yeah, Bitcoin under 23 now, under 23K right now. Yeah, I think Fed's going to come in at 50. I think 50 is probably what's going to happen. I don't think a lot of people were expecting 25. I just don't think we're going to get 25. So a lot of people, again, a lot of people are expecting 25. I just don't think we're going to get that. I think what the Fed is going to do. A lot of people, again, the rate hike decisions are a balancing act. You got. Again, the more you raise rates, the more short-term pain you ultimately get. The less you raise rates, the more inflationary long-term fears people have, right? So it's a balancing act of like long-term versus short-term pain and reactions. And so with that, I don't think we're going to do 25. I think we lowered from 75. We only did 50 basis points last time, and I think the Fed's going to be stable in that regard and just do 50. And so I think the real question for the rate hike is how does the market react to 50? I think if enough people expect 25, the market's going to react negatively to 50. But I also think that 50 is pretty neutral. It's what's expected at this point in time, right? And if that's the case, then people are going to be hanging on what Jerome Powell says more so than the rate hike decision, especially if it's neutral. Now, if it's 25, I think the market's going to go up. But yeah, that's kind of what happens. Let me see. I think it was 50 is expected, right? But let me check. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to show. Let me see what another platform has as expected here. All right, so, or no, I guess 25% or 25 basis points is what they're expecting. They're expecting 4.5 to 4.75. Oh man, so yeah, it's gonna come in. If it comes in at 50, which is what I think it'll do, I think if 20, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do 25, but maybe we do. I don't know. All right, guys. So market's consolidating right here around 402.50. PCE didn't come out today, Kurt. We had one of the prelim PCE data, but it's not the main one. Core PCE drops tomorrow. That's the big one that the Fed uses. So that's tomorrow. We'll stream it all live. Hit the sub button if you haven't already, guys. And again, remember, with Chart Prime, I certainly can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. They are a sponsor. I'm definitely biased in all of their favor. Dollar index getting a down wick and a green action here. SPY pulling back some. Tesla's still up big. All right, the Dixie just dropped pretty decently down to the 200 EMA. We'll see if that causes some bull action in the market. $101.20. Yeah, we're at 101.75. We could. Dollar index is falling back down, getting ready to maybe test lows here. You can see the low right around 107 or 101.70. SPY should move up on the dollar index dropping. Tesla testing the highs of the day again, about 7 or 8 cents under the high of the day, pushing towards it now, getting closer to that level here on Tesla at 157.13. The dollar index is at 101.75 or 101.74 right now. SPY is moving up a little bit at 402.60s from this. So we are trying to move. Yeah, I don't know, Zig. I don't know about that, man. I've never tried using it on Xbox, brother. No, the stream's still here, guys. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me look at our poll options here. 58% are bullish out of about 1,500 votes. The dollar index is still dropping here. Look at the dollar index. About to test the lows of the day for the Dixie. Let's see if it does. Just broke lows of the day. Dixie just broke lows of market hours. Not the actual lows of the real day, but lows of market hours on the Dixie. SPY is up to 402.60s. The market oracle, Matt, is what I use for the trend reversals and stuff like that. You can also look at the candlesticks. I use the candlestick indicators in the market oracle. All right, guys, dollar index just broke down on the Dixie here, just broke down. I tried to pump up at that 402s. Dixie at 101.70s. Market Oracle's only on Chart Prime for trading view. All right, guys, Dixie's still breaking lows. Down to 101.69s here, 101.69s. Hey, what's up, Mo? Hey, thank you, my guy. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the love, man. Again, y'all do me a favor, hit the sub button if you haven't already. Help me hit 98K. We're getting close. All right, look at the SPY getting ready to test the highs of the day at 403, at 402.85. The high of the day on the SPY is at 402.96. Still moving. Again, I'm in Microsoft. It's moving. The dollar index is bouncing back to 101.70s. Tesla just broke highs of the day at 157.30s here for Tesla, 157.30s. Oh, I think we got some other stuff dropping today, don't we? I think we got new home sales. Right? Let me see. Today's the 26th. Yeah, we got new home sales for December at 10. All right, SPY moving closer to that 403 high of the day. The dollar index still looks weak. So we think this data was good. Well, it's reacting as if it was good, but it's still pretty up in the air, I would say. Generally, though, like we have moved up some. So conventionally, the data is good, but the question was whether we would react positive to it because of inflationary fears. But so far, we're up to 402.90s, testing the highs of the day here. So far, we had a green reaction to it, which is good. All right, guys. So market just tapped the highs of the day at 403s, broke down now. All right, guys. So market tapped the highs. We went up to 403.10s here. Dixie is starting to bounce back. Tesla went up to new highs of the day at 157.50s. Yeah, man. I mean, no offense, Gear, but going to other people's streams and spamming your own content, and especially like just kind of being dishonest and like misleading, it's gonna burn a lot of bridges. It's not how you grow a community, man. It's gonna bother people and make you get banned from a lot of big channels. It's not how you grow, you know. Um, you know what I mean? Yeah, and again, most of the people like that are just kind of lying to people so they can sell them a course or service or whatever it is. Hey, yeah, just let's not argue about politics in chat, guys. Yeah, well, like, I don't know, maybe, like, I think a lot of people end up, like, a lot of really young YouTubers, like, a lot of new YouTubers think that, like, the way you could grow is you go to other people's streams and you spam yourself, right? And you know, but that's not how you grow, man. Like, that, nobody grew from that. Nobody grows from that at all. Like, the only people that try to grow from that are people who have very small channels, and it usually just ends up making the algorithm forget them because the algorithm can see what they're doing. It's just not what you do. You know, it burns bridges. The way you grow on YouTube is you make content people want to see. You do that, and as long as the niche isn't super saturated, which, you know, a lot of trading is, then, you know, you got a good shot at growing. But that's not the way, man. You know, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be real. Like, that's not the way. Hey, thank you, David, my guy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is paper crypto. You know what I mean? To be honest, a lot of it is paper traders. You know, it's really easy to get like a paper trading account and like throw some big numbers up on that paper account and then clip just the paper part of it, like take a picture of just the gains without showing anything else, like, and then put that on social media like, look, bro, I just made 30K, man. You know, buy my course, guys. You know, it's like a little 18-year-old kid with braces being like, look at my day trading course, guys. Buy my course. It's just like, bro, go do your homework, kid. Get out of here, man. Stop it. Go away, you know? All right, Hindenburg Research dropped a report, apparently. I missed it. Gautam Adani. What company does he run? Adani Group. All right, so Hindenburg published a short report on Gautam Adani and the Adani Group titled how the world's third richest man is pulling the largest con in corporate history. They said that today they found that their 2-year investigation presenting evidence that the INR 17.8 trillion conglomerate Adani Group has engaged in brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud scheme over the course of decades. There's a lot of other stuff, but yeah, what's the symbol? They're not listed on the US, I'm assuming here. All right, market's starting to pump up. Yeah, I don't show anything. I don't really show anything there. SPY testing highs, though. Yeah, not US stocks. Yeah, I figured. I never played COD like that. I played COD. I'm mostly a Halo player. If you really want to get beat, play me at UFC 4, bro. I will beat everybody in this room at UFC 4. I'm pretty good at MLB The Show. Pawn's better, though. I don't know. Pawn had a much better team than me, but he was still great. You know, I'm not saying he's not better, but I think if I had the same team, it would be closer. I didn't have any power on my team, and I remember I squared up a lot of balls, and you know, they just didn't give them to me, which is all right. You know, SPY getting ready to test highs at 402.90s here. Dixie breaking down. Tesla broke 158.25s. Testing that level now, right at 158.25s. See if it breaks highs again. SPY testing highs of the day. 158.30s on Tesla. Dollar index just broke lows at 101.60s. SPY moving up at 402.90s. 403 for the SPY. Let's see if SPY breaks the highs of the day here. It's close. Nah, I'll get beat at Madden. All right, Tesla broke highs again at 158.50s. SPY getting close to the highs of the day. Oh, Halo 3 was definitely the best Halo for sure. All right, Dixie just broke lows again. Tesla up to 158.50s. SPY at 403 right now, getting ready to test the highs of the day again. Joey B, my guy, man, that dude. I'm telling you, man, he's the next Tom Brady. Joe Burrow, he's the next Tom Brady. Yeah, Ren, it's ripping up. 158.60s. SPY hit 403s. We're 1 cent away from the high of the day. Dixie broke lows again. Still falling. $401.60s. SPY just broke highs at 403.02s. Tesla testing 159 right now for Tesla. Testing 159. Huge rip up. 403.06 for the SPY. The dollar index is down to 101.65s. $403.07s here. Wow. SPY at 403.08s here. Dixie break it down at 101.65s now. Tesla tapped 159. Still got 25 minutes before the market opens. Dixie went all the way down to 101.64. SPY still ripping up at 403s. Man, that's crazy. 403.30s here. Tesla broke highs. We get at 159.20s here. Dollar index still falling down some. Wow. SPY, rip it up here. Here's the E-mini. Here's the S&P 500, man. Look at this rip. This is the S&P 500 right here. And look at the market flying up. Tesla at 159.30s right now. 159.30s. We're going to get ready to trade some futures today. Look at these rips here. So SPY pushing up. The 403 level is right there. So look at the market fly right now, guys. Wow. Maybe I might look for a little pullback here in the futures market after this dip. Very bullish open. 403.29s on the SPY. So this is the S&P 500 I'm getting ready to buy in the futures market. I'm going to buy one contract here. Dollar index is bouncing back up to resistance level here. So we're going to see if we can buy this dip. 2 contracts. All right, got a nice little bounce. Let's continue here. There we go, testing highs of the day. I'm going to reverse this position. I'm going to reverse this position here to a short position with 2 contracts. And we'll try to let it work some more. I think it's arguable that we could be extended here, but it is a very strong move. And the dollar index is dropping some. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Hey, good morning, good morning. Got the rejection. Just took half off. Bro, shout out to Chart Prime, bro. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Chart Prime. It alerted me of that resistance and said we were at range resistance, and it gave me the reversal down signal. So shout out to Chart Prime, man. Up about 15 on the day now. We were long. We ended up reversing our trade. So we'll see what we get now. Up a little bit in the morning. I'm going to short this again. We're going to take 2 or 3 X now that we got a cushion. I don't think there's a trial. I mean, it's not super expensive. It's like 60. If you use my link, it's like 40 something, I think, a month or something like that. See, and it didn't give me this signal here. I'm just shorting this because I think it makes sense to short it here. Up a little bit. I think the dollar index is starting to run up a little bit, and so I think it makes more sense to short right now than long. But again, I have no idea what's going to happen. Not an investment professional, of course. Not liable if you lose. Carvana, I'm holding a little bit of Carvana, but not a lot, and I don't trust it a lot. I don't trust it that much. So I'm holding a little bit of Carvana. It's been pumping up some. We're green on it, but it's a very small trade. And again, I just don't trust it that much. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more risk here. I got 3 contracts now. We got a cushion, so if we lose on this, it's not the end of the world. But if it breaks down, we can get a nice little green trade, build up a cushion into the open, take some larger swings into that. And if we don't, we can get out pretty close to break even, I would say. All right, we're still in 3 contracts here, about neutral in the trade so far. Looking for a breakdown here if we can get it. We're under 403s. Tesla's starting to pull back a little bit. The only problem is the Dixie is starting to pull back with us, but there we go. All right, we just cut that, made about $12.50 on that. Holding 1 contract left, and I'll try to let this be. I'll be patient with this and maybe let it break down some more. I might get out break even. I don't know. It depends on how much we make. But we got the breakdown that we wanted, and we're up a little bit here, up about 15 in the trade total, so small. Another flush back down. All right, so we went ahead and got out. We made about a little bit under 20 bucks there. So not a bad start to the day. Up about $60 on the day or so. Not bad. No, I think this is yesterday. I might have to refresh this. Yeah, we're up about $30 on the day. All right, guys, it's 15 minutes or so until the opening bell. We did get a pretty nice flush breakdown into all this. And again, I would never pressure you to subscribe, but if you don't sub, I'll hate you forever. Do it now. Hit the sub button, guys. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much. Help us grow. Like I said, we're pushing towards 98,000. I would love to break it today. It doesn't look like we're going to, but if we can, that'd be amazing. If not today, tomorrow, we should hit it. You know, and the reality of it is, like, we're trying to hit 100K. We're growing by thousands of subscribers a month. But at a certain point, we already got a lot of subscribers. And so I think a lot of people are just already tuning in. And so they can't sub if they're already subbed. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you all being here regardless. I think you guys understand, like, my mission and goal for all this. It's just to give people free information, man. I'm just giving people free stock market data. I don't claim to be an expert. Of course, I make money doing this, as, you know, should be understandable. And I appreciate you all, but let's keep the growth up, man. Dollar index starting to fall down, look weak, so we might get a little bounce here, like you can kind of see going on right now. Hey, thank you, XO. You make it really hard not to trade pre. I make it one of my rules not to trade, but I lost too much in pre-trades, but I listen to your analysis and force not to do anything. Yeah, it's probably the right move to just, if it's one of your rules, it's one of your rules, man. You know, what I always do is I trade small if I trade. Like, I'm not going to trade super large in pre. I'll scale up a little bit into the open. And we've had a pretty good little green streak here. Like, here's the graph, the last 7 days or so. So that's our profit so far over the last 7. Dixie just broke down. Yeah, for sure. Hey, mustard spoons, man. Hey, definitely top 3. SPY ripping back up here big. Look at the SPY. Making a test towards the highs here, 403.18s. Dollar index just broke lows. So the Dixie just broke lows on the day, guys. Yeah, doing push-ups again. Yeah, so to put it in perspective, we used to sell push-ups here. Capitalism thrived at beginner trading. You know, beginner trading is known for one thing: selling push-ups, $1 a pop. You know, somebody donated Daniel donated tons of money to me. One day we had $600 plus in donations, and I had to sit there and do 600 push-ups live on stream. It took me until like 1 p.m. to do those 600 push-ups, but I did them, and I was sore, you know, super sore and all that. Man. After February 1st, you think stock will crash? It depends on what they show up for the rate hike decision. It really depends on what happens during the rate hike decision. So it depends a lot on what happens. Again, expectations. I thought there were 50 basis point expectations, but apparently it's 25, and I don't know if I like that, because that means that it might be easier for us to miss. I think we're going to do 50 basis points. Is I think what JP is going to do, and I don't know if that's good for market activity. If we do show 50, the market's going to drop most likely because expectations are for 25. But I guess maybe there's a higher likelihood than I initially thought of 25 happening. Dollar index still breaking down. I don't think this movement currently right here in the market is good for it, though. The rate hike decision is next Wednesday at 2 p.m. The rate hike decision is gonna happen, and then at 2:30 the press conference, and we're gonna stream it all live. Hit the sub button. Again, thousands of people tune into these streams because we cover the data quickly, and the rate hike decision we will certainly cover fast. So hit the sub button, hit the notification bell, and yeah, we'll tell you guys what the rate hike decision is, and then we'll stream the full Jerome Powell press conference, and then we'll let you guys watch stocks and the press conference at the same time. And so this is the place to be. Market pulling back now. I think we'll do 50 as well. He said something, we'll have to do something that was unpopular. I think the market will rally until we get a hike. Maybe. Certainly possible. All right, guys, market's pulling back to that support level we drew right here. You can see it. Let's see if we bounce off of that level. Tesla's been kind of dipping all the way back down. Almost got up to 160, 159.50s for Tesla. Hey, my guy, thank you, Kay. My guy, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Am I delusional? I thought Jay Powell said peak rate hikes were hit in December and they would be sustained all year. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I don't know. I can't. He might have said that, which is why I thought 50 basis points. I thought he would stabilize them. I thought he would do 50 and then keep them that way for a little bit, and then eventually pivot, or eventually go down to 25 and then eventually pivot later on this year is what I thought would happen. But again, it looks like a lot of analysts are expecting 25, and they generally know much more than me. But we'll see who was right next Wednesday. And again, we'll stream it live, guys, so be ready. All right, guys, micro E-mini testing highs of the day at 403.25, 403.29, right at the high of the day level now. As we speak, dollar index falling down a little bit. We tapped the high of the day, which is right here. Let's see if we actually break it now. It's getting there. We're right at the high of the day level, getting close again. Looks like we're going to at least break it slightly. Nope, rejected it at it. The afternoon is not the rate hike, Robbie. The afternoon next week is the rate hike decision. All right, SPY just broke highs. So yeah, the rate hike decision's not until next Wednesday. It's not today. Yeah, we got 9 minutes until market opens. Look at the SPY just broke highs of the day. Rip it up. Look at the high of the day break here. Big movement up here, guys. Big movement up. Dixie still falling back down, so that's good. All right, guys. Big movement up. Look at this big move up, guys. So at 403.50 is the new high of the day here. Dollar index is still dropping right now. Yeah, market looks good. Yeah, I hope we continue on, man. All right, guys. So market pulling back a little bit, got up to 403.54. It's broke highs again. The dollar index just bounced up some more, though, so that might make the market dip short term. All right, guys. 6 minutes. This is such a bull trap. All the people that were short 2 to 3 weeks ago are now panic buying, thinking the Fed is going to pivot the next meeting. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, though, I think there's a lot of bears that are biased, and so they're losing money, and so they're saying, "Oh, it's a trap, because they want it to be a trap because they're betting on the downside." And I'm not saying that's you, Jason, but like again, I just see so many of that. I gave the arguments earlier. Like the argument, like listen, we've been dropping for the last year plus. So it's like in terms of extension, bear markets don't last forever. Eventually, we're going to pivot to a bull market. Tesla just ripped all the way up to 159.70 with a huge green push on Tesla. Did some news come out? Yeah, Tesla just pushed all the way up to 160 right now for Tesla, almost up to 160. Yeah, I don't know what is popping the stock up, but man, Tesla just went up to almost 160. Market pulling back. The dollar index is starting to push up too. Again, what's ultimately going to be the most is the rate hike decision, Jason. Short squeeze for Tesla? I don't know. Tesla doesn't really have a big squeeze flow. They got 3% short flow, which is not a huge amount. I doubt it's a short squeeze. It's probably just momentum. Hey, thank you, Daniel. Hey, welcome, man. Happy to have you here, bro. Daniel says, man, since I discovered you, I love to trade with you and your music in the bag. Don't worry, I don't copy you, but I listen and it feels company in my lonely room. Thanks again. Hey, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. Welcome to the channel, man. Appreciate the love and support. Dollar index, rip it up, breaking highs here, man. Look at the dollar index. Not highs, break it over the 200 EMA for the Dixie here. So this is bad for green market activity and good for bear market activity. About 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Yeah, the rate hike decision is going to influence the market on a broader way, in a macro way. The rate hike decision is basically how bad the Fed thinks inflation is, right? So a higher rate hike than anticipated means they think it's really bad. Lesser rate hike than anticipated means that they think it's getting better. And neutral is, of course, neutral. SPY pull it back to 403s. Let's see if this 403 level, you can see the line right here on the S&P 500 E-mini. You can see that line right there. Let's see if we bounce at that at this level right here at 4,050 or so. All right, there's a bounce right at that level we talked about here, right here, guys. Let's see if it continues. Tesla just broke highs, very close to 160, 159.80s for Tesla. Almost there at 160, 159.90s for Tesla, 159.98 for Tesla. Looks like it really wants to break 160. Let's see if it does. It's pushing again, 90s, 95s. 9 times. All right, 159.99 for Tesla here, guys. 159.99. Right under 160. Let's see if it drags the market up. Dixie just pushed under the 200 EMA, 200 EMA as this happened. Getting close at 159.80s. Tesla 159.90. SPY moving up to 403s here, guys. We got less than a minute, about 50 seconds. It was a B. Tesla making that push towards it again here. Tapped it. Tesla just broke 160s. Market's about to open up in 10 seconds. Market's consolidating. Here's the opening bell, guys. Sorry, I cut the music. Let me get the music back on. All right, guys, so market opened up here, dropping a little bit at the opening bell. You can see it right here, testing those levels here. Tesla just ripped up to 161 at the opening bell, 161 for Tesla. So Tesla just broke up to 161s. Breaking down here, 161.20, SPY bouncing at 403. The Dixie still moving down. Tesla just got up to 161.40, still moving up, dragging the market up with it here. Look at the upward movement here in the market, guys. Upward movement. Again, we're just patiently waiting right now. We do have new home sales coming out in 30 minutes. Big move up in markets, guys. Almost 404s here. The Dixie coming down. Market's popping up. Let's see if it continues. So move it up. Look at this gain. I'm just kind of patiently waiting here. I do kind of want to short, maybe a little bit up here. I'll take one contract, just one little slight risk. We already got some profit on the day. We break highs, we could just cut it. They're starting to break. There we go. A little bit of drops here at the opening bell. We got some pullbacks here that we're up in. Gonna ride this down as much as we can. See if we get the reversal that we're looking for. If it ends up breaking, that's fine. All right, so we just made about 11.25 on this. 11.25. All right, so just made a little bit. We'll see if the breakdown continues or what we get from this. All right, we're up a nice little amount today, about 35 so far. Got a little cushion here. I'm going to bet on this red to green move right now. Or green to red move here. I don't know. We might tap the volume weighted average price too. All right, there's the breakdown. All right, we're shorting a little bit more. We got 2 contracts now. Trading on the cushion that we have on the day. Got a big flush here, but we break the top of that candle, we're just going to have to cut it. I'm going to cut this. The dollar index just broke down. And so it was choppiness so far at the open. We're going to wait now. Still slightly green on the day. Very neutral trading day, though, so far. So again, sideways action. We're going to wait. All right, we're going to let this roll here, though. Very neutral market so far. Yeah, very neutral here, going back and forth. Looks green, though. I mean, it looks like it wants to push up. Rejection back down, so pretty neutral so far on the day here, which is why we stopped trading. I'm going to short this, even though I'm kind of shorting it towards the bottom here. Ideally looking for a rejection, but if we don't get it, I'm just going to have to get out and accept the fact that we're kind of breaking. We look like a symmetrical triangle right now, too, which is another reason I might cut this fast. Pretty neutral day, though, so far. Made a little bit in pre-market, losing a little bit after the opening bell. I'd like to see if it breaks down and flushes down here and starts to crack under the VWAP, though. The problem is the Dixie is moving up. And yeah, I'm just going to have to cut this. So it's a pretty break-even day so far, but I just don't trust it. Looks like we're about to break highs again. Let's see if we do. Yeah, definitely really choppy right now. We're right around range resistance. So, we'll see. But I'm not doing anything anymore. We got 2 losing trades from that chop. I'm just going to sit. We're going to wait for something to happen first. I'm trading the E-mini futures contract. It is the futures contract of the S&P 500. And there's the high of the day break up to 404 on the SPY. All right, rejecting though. Again, very, very, very choppy action right now. Big rejection at the highs here. Remember, we got new home sales dropping in about 20 minutes. Again, very neutral action at the opening bell. Again, we are just basically stopped trading so far. Nothing to really do here. You can short at the top and cover at the bottom. I mean, that's an option, but all right, market's starting to break here. Again, new home sales drop in about 20 minutes or so. All right, starting to break down here. And I like the short strategy. I guess we'll short this now. This looks like a breakdown waiting to happen. We're going to short into this resistance level. Sheesh, man, we just get faked out over and over again. My fault for trading this. Ideally, though, when this starts to happen on the third or fourth test, it usually means like a nice breakdown, which we're kind of starting to get here. And we got this resistance level that we short into, but trying to be patient, but if this one fakes me out, we're just going to have to really just sit on our hands. All right, we got our risk level. We're getting ready to cut it fast if it breaks.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, we're going to the gym and to run errands.
All right, guys. So again, we're in this one trade, letting the breakdown happen here. Finally starting to get it. All right, just covered most of that. We got one contract left. Try to be patient and let the breakdown happen. We got the breakdown. Here we go. All right, so we just covered that. Made about 25 bucks there. Finally caught a breakdown. We waited for it. Pretty neutral day right now at this point, though. All right, starting to get a breakdown. Starting to break down under these levels here. We're right at the 200 EMA. Tesla has broken down to 157s. The dollar index has moved up. So this looks weak. It has Chart Prime identified the range resistance right here. And so we're just kind of playing off of this right now. I'm shorting into this bounce and looking for a continuation drop. But not getting any signals or anything from them now. So this is just my own trading. All right, choppy action. Again, generally this is like a strategy I would short into right here. So we're going to take 3 contracts. Not going to add any more to this. Looking for a breakdown to test the lows again. Again, looking for the breakdown here. But I'm going to cut this. And then I'm actually going to pivot to the upside. Should have stayed in my own short position there, but that's all right. Tesla's starting to bounce back up. The dollar index is just flying up, though. That's the only problem with this short trade. I want to patiently wait for this to hold if it can. If it breaks down anymore, I'll cut it, though. Very close to exiting. Almost cut it right there. And yeah, we're going to just cut it. So we lost. Oh, no. We just added size to this. Oh, no. That's not what we wanted to do at all. I don't even, I guess I should sell this, but man, this is not what I wanted to do at all. Leaves me vulnerable here too. I guess we'll sit in it, but not what I wanted to do at all. Well, that's better. Well, I guess that's better than it could have been, but all right, well, we just got out 60 shares of that. We're holding 3 contracts left. Or we got out of 3 contracts of that. Just not what I wanted to do. Just an accidental trade. Ended up kind of working out for me. We lost much less than we would have. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that. So yeah, we ended up losing some. Luckily, we were green on the day ahead of this, so it's still not a big day. But yeah, accidental trade. Yeah, man. Accidents happen. It's all good. Yeah, I'm all right, guys. Like I said, I'm not. I mean, I trade so much where it's like, look, this is relatively insignificant. The short position I would have had. The only thing I'm bummed out about is the short position I had would have worked. But again, it's all good. Big breakdowns happening now. We'll see if we can capitalize on it. So we're starting to really break down here some. Getting a little pop in markets here, a little pop. Hold on, guys. Carol keeps calling me over. All right, I'm sorry, guys, dealing with family stuff. But yeah, so I'm short. We got about 4 contracts here. I'm looking to see if we get a breakdown. I usually love shorting into these moves. Let's see if we get a larger breakdown. There we go. All right, we just cut half of it. Cut some more off. Cut the rest off. Just made about $45, $50 there. We call it the drop. Housing drops in 6 minutes. We get the housing data, guys, in 6 minutes. So yeah, pretty break-even day. We did get to this nice little drop into 402s. The Dixie's breaking highs as well. So again, I'm just kind of sitting tight right now. I'm going to buy this dip with just one contract here. One small contract. I just profited from that. Actually, I want more in this. Yeah, let me see. Then we're going to add a little bit more to this, hopefully. Maybe I'm just going to sell it pretty quickly here if it goes against me. Yeah, I'm going to cut that. I don't feel like losing that money. A tip for trading on futures is on the Top Step Combine is don't use market orders. Limit orders give me much better fills, I'm realizing. We're going to pivot to the downside here. Maybe not being as patient today, but I like this upwick. This upwick usually means some downward negative momentum coming through, and there we go. I just locked in some profit, holding one contract left to see if we get a large breakdown here, which we did. And we'll see if this continues down. We just covered that. So made our money right back there. GDP came in higher than expected. All right, we got a pretty big support level that we're pulling back to, so we're going to take 3 contracts here and hopefully bounce quickly off of that support level. And if not, we'll just get out. Under 401s. The weakness might drag us down here, though. There we go, slightly green here. Yeah, kind of going back and forth between break even and green. There we go. All right, just cut most of that. Made our money here, holding one contract left. And again, shout out to Chart Prime, man. Chart Prime's great at identifying these support levels. We saw the big support level we were pulling back to. We bought the dip and we made a little bit of money, and now we can hold the rest break even. So if we keep bouncing at the support level, great, and if not, we can get out the trade and it's neutral. We got 3 minutes before new home sales data comes out. 3 minutes, guys. And we're going to cover that data as soon as it comes out. I'm going to add to some here. 3 contracts now. We're going to add while we're in the green. I just locked in about $25 in profit. Got 1 contract left. I'll go ahead and lock the rest in. Made about $32, $33 in profit here. Pretty neutral so far. All right, guys, new home sales data about to come out right now. How much do they usually affect the market? Not a ton, but some. About 40 seconds, guys, 40 seconds before the data comes out. So we're going to get flat. I'm not sure how much they're going to affect it. They sometimes affect it. They sometimes don't. It depends. All right, guys, new home sales data coming out in about 4 seconds. Expectations are for 617K, 617K. There's the release, 616K, 616. So 1,000 less than expected for new home sales. 1,000, pretty neutral. Expectations were 617. They came in at 616. So a little bit less home sales than expected, but not much. Moved the market a little bit, but it, not a ton. But yeah, 617K. Or 616,000 versus 617,000 expected is what happened here. So that's what it was. I'm going to buy this. We got 2 contracts here. We're right around a lot of big support levels. So I'm buying this now, but I'm not going to be stubborn with it. We will cut this if we need to. We're in 3 contracts here, 3. Bound break even here. Chopping back and forth between break even and neutral. Again, try to be patient with the rebound here. It's a pretty neutral day, so like it's not going to be the end of the world if we lose 50, 60 bucks. We made money the last couple of days, and every day doesn't have to be green. Big rebound here. All right, starting to bounce back. Like I said, I'm trying to be patient. There we go, back to green. Big reversal level we're pulling back to, so we are buying this dip. Nice. What? Oh, it didn't give me that profit on that last contract. It's all right. We can add it right back here. Try to fix it. 2 contracts. Just locked in $20 in profit. All right, just made about another $25. All right, neutral on the day. Again, though, here's the last 7 days here. So here's the graph of the last 7 days. So we're doing pretty well. Nicely green over the last couple of days here. Let's see if we start to get a reversal in market activity. Hey, what's up, Morning Dew? Hey, welcome, man. Thank you. All right, guys. So yeah, we're probably going to get ready to do our crypto show. If you don't know about our crypto show, we do a crypto show every day. We're gonna a few times a week. It's at youtube.com/beginnercrypto. You won't have to go anywhere because as soon as we close down this stream, it's going to immediately pivot you to the crypto show. Before we take a look at that, though, right now I'm trading on the Top Step Combine. What they do is they give you a demo. There's no difference in terms of the S&P 500, really. There's virtually no difference between the S&P 500 and the futures contract of it. If you look at like TOS, for instance, here, right? And you look at this, here's the E-mini on the right. And then here is the and here's the SPY, which is, you know, an ETF on the middle, and it's the same price action. It's the exact same thing. You can day trade this right side without restriction, with no PDT rule. And Top Step is a funded account program where they give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and pass their testing, then they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. The base package is less than 140 bucks a month. They give you a 50K demo. Basically, if you can hit 3K on that demo without losing 2K or 1,000 a day, then they fund you once you prove profitability. Here's the link. You can get 20% off if you want to check them out. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm definitely biased in their favor, but yeah, check them out, guys. Also, check out Chart Prime. Chart Prime's been really useful in terms of like identifying these alerts and all that good stuff. Like, look, this last one, reversal up, and you can see this dotted line is major resistance. It's a trading view indicator service. Reversal up, bounce, all that good stuff. It's called Chart Prime. It's a trading view indicator service. Check them out. Y'all be cool. Be safe. Love you all. And yeah, we'll see you guys a little bit later. We're going to close this stream. It's immediately going to bring you to the futures stream. And we'll see, or for the crypto stream. And yeah, we'll see you guys over there. Good luck. We'll see you guys in a second. Again, we should end the stream and it should immediately bring you to the crypto stream. So we should end this one. It should immediately bring you to the crypto stream. So yeah, y'all be safe. Good luck. We'll see you guys in just a second on the crypto stream, guys.